So, good morning, Carl. First one. Guten Morgen, Veno. So, morning, Jupp. How's the eye? Not better. You can see it probably that it's red. And I also had to put my chat to the bottom left now because I cannot look up. So I don't know how long the stream is gonna be today. But my eye is, yeah, not that great. Morning, Kalle. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Rico. I don't know, going to the doctor is the most useless thing ever. That's why I never go to the doctor. It's like, I don't know, I just knew it's exactly what he's gonna say. Like, yeah, there's a scratch in your eye. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I've seen that myself. Yeah, it just needs to heal up. Take these drops. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, yeah, what are they about to do? Of course they're gonna say that, but I don't need to go to the doctor to know that, man. Sitting for 2 hours into a waiting room just to get told, ah yeah, you have something in your eye. Yeah, no shit, I know I have something in my eye. Aber deswegen bin ich auch zum Arzt, weil, I mean, eye is always a bit, you know, very fragile, so you better go. Like, could have been something else as well. Could have been something where he said like, ooh, yeah, we need to do something, you know. So at least that's good news that it basically just has to heal. It's not really pain, it's just insanely uncomfortable. So yeah, I really don't know about the Ultra at the moment. It's annoying me quite a lot. I have no idea what happened to my eye. I just woke up one day with a scratch in my eye. So hard to read chat if it's not on top of my screen. It's crazy how peripheral vision works. But yeah, again, I mean, I should rest my eye, to be honest. But I wanted to stream a bit today, so let's see for how long it's okay to stream until it really feels very much uncomfortable. Everything for 11k, yeah. I really wanted to get to 11k this week, but yeah, since yesterday I was not... Well, yesterday I did something else at least. Yesterday I made I think a pretty cool video for tomorrow. So I was not being lazy yesterday. I literally spent, like, as soon as I came home from 11 AM, I was doing a video until 9 PM yesterday. And I also just finished it up the last, yeah, 1.5 hours at the last finishing touches. Not sure if it's smart to drive today though. Man, it would have been a really good week just to farm a bit. The only thing I just need to remember is to blink. So whenever you guys catch me during a race or so that I'm not blinking enough, you have to tell me to blink. Because if the eye dries out, that's not really good. I don't know the exact reason why it's on 1. I guess Cooper has a reason, but I don't know. You would have to ask Cooper why he does it. I would guess a bit of a better curb handling. But yeah, you need to ask Cooper about that. But again, like setup, it's not something. A setup is not. This is it, and this is fast. Like there's settings that are just working better for you. And there's also settings that work better for me. So I also don't just take the setup and drive it one-on-one like it is. Like I always change it up a little bit. Well, Twitch is being Twitch again. Man, I don't know why YouTube was fine, but Twitch was gone again. I don't know why Twitch does that. I need to put my chat somewhere else where it's easier to read. It's crazy how much of a difference it is having it not at the top anymore. Maybe like this, close to my screen. Yeah, maybe like that could be good. It's a bit too far down. I read it on my phone, yeah. Brake kgs at around 50. more like a turning thing. The car just is better turning over crests. Then it could also very much just be preference, you know, that you, because driving styles matter quite a lot. Like my driving style, for example, how was it like with Yuri? I always had this. Like Yuri always had understeer no matter what he did, and I always had oversteer no matter what I did. And it's just driving style. If you feel like you need some more rotation, then you can definitely try and do that. I don't know, my stream looks fine. It's probably OBS or something. I'm the problem. Yeah, it's the same with me and Lasse. Lasse always tries to induce oversteer, you know? While I drive more understeer, and that's where the setup, the different setups come into play, like... Maybe your driving style is more catered towards underdriving the car, like having a bit more understeer, you know? That's why maybe the setup click is needed for you to get more oversteer or rotation. Whereas for Cooper making the setup, he already has too much oversteer because of his driving style, and that's why he has the ARPs on 1, I guess. So hard to read the chat. I don't know where to put it. I need to put it right in front of me somewhere. That would be the easiest to read. How can I do that? Probably something like this. It's not damage my monitor, hopefully. Yeah, good luck, Nikolai. Oh, Oh, Lasse is also in here. This is already a pretty good grid. I was not expecting that. And I was hoping for something easier. So yeah, I mean, I tried to put the chat now to the best place I can put it, but sorry if I cannot read too much or miss messages, because, yeah, my eye is the problem. I'm a blind driver today. What I wanted to try and thought about is like if I had an eye patch, so I could just use my right eye for now. How much would that impede my driving? Like how much more harder would it be in being able to judge kind of distances? Hey, moin André. Wie geht's dir? Giga Soft? What is a soft? Would change the position of my chat. Usually I have the chat on top of my monitor, so it's easy to look at. But I can't do that with my eye right now. My eye is hurt. That's why I cannot easily look up. So it's easier to look down. Which is also not that great, to be honest. Maybe I just have to drive and stream without chat as a whole. Maybe the right side would be better. I don't know. Man schlägt sich so durch, ja. Ja, ich habe auch was zu beschweren jetzt. Bei dir ist es das Bein, bei mir ist es das Auge. Gewappnet für deinen Lauf am Wochenende? Ja, eigentlich schon, aber mein Auge macht mir gerade Probleme. Das ist das Problem. Kratzer im Auge, der das nicht so schnell verheilt. I don't have a chat overlay, I just have my phone where I see the chat on. I finally have to do that, actually. I finally have to get the program where I can just put windows on top of each other. That would just make my life so much easier. You guys are so lucky that it is my left eye. Because I cannot look at people with like red eyes. I would cry. I'll start crying myself. Because it would make me so uncomfortable as well. Fire team, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, have fun. No ads. Everyone is talking about the soft, but no one has actually told me yet what the soft is. (5-1). Oh my god, I'm not ready for this. I am definitely not ready for this. So what are the predictions? I predict I'm starting P3. Depends, I guess, if Lasse does a qualifying, but he for sure does a qualifying in this grid. Why is V-Bucks still driving with his Smurf account? Well, that first lap is not even good for a top 5. Yeah, Imola week, that's true. No, there's no way. Didn't get the rotation at all. It's all over. Whoa, yeah. Messed it up. I think I posted my CRP2 config on my Discord one day. Should be in the settings tab or so. What is VBug doing? Nothing. Wow, okay. It's gonna be a good race, I guess. Hey, Johan. Yeah, I just sent it in too fast. And I thought I would get the rotation, but didn't get anything on throttle. What's that, like 2/10? I mean, still would have been not pole, but... let's see what's possible in the race. Kind of wants to throw quali so stream is more exciting. Oh, I wish it wasn't like that. I wish I would just be pole. But yeah, should make things interesting. Good luck, Nikolai. Well, hopefully I can maybe get one at the line already. Like off the line. I have the inside, which is nice already.
The estimated strength of field is 5,137.
Luck, thank you so much for the 2 months in a row. Oh, we're starting. Thank you so much. Well, that was great. Maybe not so much because I'm in the middle now. Yeah, bro, just turning in. Didn't listen to his spotter. He said 3 wide. But yeah, we got +1 at the start. That's exactly what we wanted. But do I have damage? No, car's fine. XAE2, thank you so much for the sub as well. Thank you so much, man. There was, I think Kari was his name. Kari Kovalainen is what I will call him now. X3B? Or? Nah, not enough. The Backyard Ultra. I really hope I can perform well there and not have issues. Felt so good coming into the event, and then of course something has to happen. I feel like I have insane amount of understeer right now. Maybe I'm just not used to driving behind other cars on Suzuka. First world problems. Bro, understeer. So where's Lasse? P12. Okay, people go quite wide in Spoon. Don't people have jobs? I don't know about school. Like, is there... do schools have off right now? Like students and stuff? Yeah, Easter break. Yeah, okay, that explains it. That explains it. All the, I don't know, 15-year-olds are driving right now. Ah, 1 day of not driving, and I am missing pace. Yeah, no off track this time around. Never got an off track in the last days there. Let the battling begin. Nah, that's it. There's no way he can catch up. Unless there's some serious battling going on now. Hit. Could have sent it down the inside already. So hard to do anything when everyone has draft. But yeah, I don't have many more laps left. Could make an insane dive here. But I don't want to do stupid things right now. I for sure want to at least try to get a podium out of this. But for that I really need to make moves happening basically right now. Yo, bro, I did let you through. What do you... I mean, I was the first one to do a stupid dive, but I guess he lost the opportunity for P2 with that. Impossible to do anything. Okay, that could be a chance. Just dive it. Unbelievable. No chance to do anything. Man, that was netcode. He must also be so close to the incident limit, taking off tracks every single lap. It's too late in the race. But maybe if they start fighting really hard. I just wanted to pass. I know we lost a lot of time, but overtaking is just so difficult here that if I just don't take my opportunities that I have, then I might just not have any opportunity at all in the end. Okay, I have one more chance. One last chance. Fuck. Unbelievable. I mean, I tried everything. Well done by him. Good, very good defensive driving. Now ascend into the chicane from, I don't know, 20 meters back.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
I mean, yeah, he just turns in. Ah, what a fucking dick move, man. He even had the inside, man. I would have not even tried to fight it. And that was basically it. Few more tries against Abel, but yeah, was good racing after all. Ja, alles gut, Jerome. Ich hätte, keine Ahnung, ich hätte wahrscheinlich dasselbe gemacht in deiner Situation. Nee, nee, mach nicht. Geht hier immer noch ums Racing. Passiert, macht jeder mal sowas. Meine Dive war ja auch nicht, sag ich mal, sehr schön. Also auch sorry für die Dive. It was last lap already. Ja. It's always my car that gets fucked with each and every contact. I don't think he even felt the contact. Like in the, when was it? Previous lap? Was it here, I believe? Yeah, my car is getting the contact again and his car is completely fine. Yeah, but overall, good racing. So how much did we lose? 11. Hour. Probably no one is gonna be driving open now. Ich fahre die nächsten paar Rennen jetzt erstmal mit, ja. Ich weiß noch nicht, wie viele heute, aber Nexus Fixed sollte ich dabei sein. Two a.m. Time to sleep. Hey Daniel, good race. Good pace there for all of you guys at the front. But I also have issues with the chicane. Sometimes my car goes over the chicane very nicely. Sometimes it just bounces very, very strange. Mal schauen, wie ich noch 10k schaffe die Woche. Mit deiner Pace sollte das eigentlich funktionieren. So, rain. Are we gonna do some practice in the rain now? Still says mostly dry though. 30, 80 habe ich. It's very, like, it's fun, but it's very hard. Like, it's incredibly tough to pick a point in, like, where you can overtake and stuff. Noch 991 solche Rennen, du bist bei 0 I-Rating. Yeah. Do I really want to practice in the wet conditions now? Nah. So. Let's do test drive. Chance of rain, none. Thank you very much. Good race, Nikolai. Yeah, it just looked like everyone had, like at some point, better tires than the other. Like you had really good pace in the beginning of the race. Then you dropped off a little bit in the middle, but then by the end you had some good pace again, I think. I'm always driving 50% brake bias. Not sure if I'm maybe still too far at the front. I feel like others are much more towards the rear, even more. $50,500. Okay. Maybe I should also try then a bit more towards the front then. I always thought I have it too much to the front and people just have way more rotation than I have. Werde niemals einen Smurf machen. Egal, ob ich 11k habe, 12, 13, 14 oder auch 1 Million K. Okay, I changed the wing a little bit in the setup. Feel like I want to try that in the next race. Oh no, here we go again. Hello, Rice. Let's see. Where are we now? We are at 4. What the fuck, bro? How many bits do you have? Oh! Wait, I need to open a window. It's getting hot now. But I'm not complaining. Thank you very much. I'm still using VRS pedals right now, yeah. Let me guess, Blue Spring? Yeah, Blue Spring. Rice, I don't know where we will end up. But I'm looking forward to how much or how high you can push it. What's your spring preload? Shows in your software in kgs. Does it? Let me see. Wait, let me save the setup first. And then okay. So where can I see that? I guess it's the kilograms that it shows me without pushing the pedal. For me, it shows 4 kilograms. I mean, I'm not sure how much you can really compare that between the pedals, but yeah, 4 kilograms for me. Do with that whatever you want. Would you recommend the Magic Alpha Evo Pro? Never tried it, so unfortunately cannot say anything about it. And Rise with the 2 gifted as well. Bro, we have an oiler in the chat. So we have 2 more minutes until next session. But thank you so much, Rise. Funnily enough, I'm watching my stream because in order for my phone to stay on and not turn off with my Twitch chat or YouTube chat displaying, I have my last stream from 2 days ago on. And you also did all of the same stuff at the exact same time there. Rise won on lottery, I guess. He did, apparently. Your oil prince has arrived. 11k today, I'm not sure I can drive this much today. Also, there's much more competition today. GT3 at Summit Point won a race. Is it, which championship does it have? Is Summit Point GT Sprint is GT Sprint is at Summit Point. Nah. Well, how popular is it? Maybe the fixed? Let's see results. Probably no one is driving that. Almost 6 a.m. Shoosh. If Porsche Cup would get removed, would you quit iRacing as a whole? Depends. Probably. I think I would do more LMU than iRacing. Wait, I wasn't even really looking. Was he in the race? In the fixed race? Wait. But I do remember his name, yeah. Let's see since when he's driving. He's been driving quite a while. Or quite a lot. Apparently, there's more and more people coming back now, I feel like. Few years of a break, not doing sim racing, and then they're coming back. Whereas GT3 better on LMU or iRacing? For me, LMU, easily. Is it raining? Nope. Will it be raining? Also nope. Okay. Last one, so that means you can gain some good iRating. Good luck to you. Brake is linear. I once tried to have it non-linear, but doesn't work for me. Brake is linear for me. Difference between iRacing and LMU, everything. It's, I don't know, it's just all, it has just completely different physics in a way. But for me, LMU is just better. More fun, feel like it's more realistic, feels like you're actually driving more of an actual car. But why am I driving iRacing? Because I'm driving Porsche Cup, I'm not driving GT3. Put it on pole. Should be possible this time around. So we have Abel, Torres again. Lasse is probably not gonna do qualifying. Yo. Oh, Rice. What is going on? When is the PES qualify and will you compete? I think we're getting more information end of June or so. So still quite a long time until we actually hear anything about PESC. The next real competition? No idea. Rennsport is starting in May, I believe. Yeah, which, I don't know. I don't see as real competition anymore. It will be real competition for sure, but I don't know. I think the first big competition that I really want to try and go for will be DTM. Should be end of May or so as well. It is... Is it 5? No, I think it's 6 R1 teams. No, it is, yeah, 5 R1 teams and 1 community team. And then, but I think only... No, 6 R1 teams and 1 community team. And then basically you have like normal... I think a normal season, and then only 6 teams actually make it to the final. Something like that, I feel like. I actually don't know 100%. DTM esports will be interesting with the new format, yeah, for sure. I like it that way though. But maybe I only say that because I already have a wild card. Anyone can be driving DTM esports. It's just like with your rating, you need enough rating to be in top split, and then you basically compete in DTM esports. Because DTM esports this year will have multiple splits. Yeah, you would need to grind some rating, but I think it shouldn't take that long. I honestly don't know. Maybe there's actually a lot of people who have grinded some good amount of rating there. Because it could also be very much a lot of people who are just, you know, 2 seconds off pace being in top split then. Well, DTM is doing the community stuff on iRacing. So not the esports thing, just the community thing for fun on iRacing, and the esports championship is gonna be on Race Room. I like it a lot. I think Race Room is still, for me, in my opinion, one of the best sims to drive. In my very humble opinion. So, is it enough? What do I do to improve on iRacing? Just the tires. Nice, Paul. Do we see you preparing for the GT3 DTM races in streams, or do you plan it offline? My pure practice I will not stream, but what I will most likely do is drive a couple of online races on Race Room in preparation for those events and stuff. So probably gonna be doing some Race Room online streams at some point before DTM to get a feeling for Race Room again, to get a feeling for the GT3s. And not only doing that while practicing alone offline, but trying to do some online races within Race Room to do that. Why so sudden on the gas? Because that's how you should be driving the Porsche Cup, to get weight transfer and to get rotation. Suzuka looks so lifeless in iRacing. Well, it could be my graphic settings because they're all on completely low. But I mean, it's one of the oldest tracks on iRacing as well, I think. Hasn't been updated in quite a while. With brake bias, I was driving 50 all the time, but now faster drivers in front of me, they told me to use 50.5. Or they told me they use 50.5. I have to charge my headset. So. Why can't you find my sim rig on the internet? Because Heusinkveld does not have that one anymore, I think. There's a entirely different player base for sure, yeah. So let's go back to 10.9k with this race, hopefully.
The estimated strength of field is
Pole? Yeah, just like you wanted it.
188.
It's completely random, yeah. Don Skull, thank you so much for the sub. And welcome to ad-free viewing. Abel doesn't really have good starts. How's race room like? I mean, it's really hard to say how it is like. It's just kind of a bit of a different driving technique or driving style that you have to do there. It's just, again, like all the different games, they just have a little bit of different physics where they just feel a bit different compared to other games always. But like driving wise, I always really liked Race Room, and especially in the recent time they improved quite a lot with tire physics and stuff like that. Track racer in terms of seats, no idea to be honest. Someone who has it has to tell you, I guess. I use double clutch. I have one, avoid it. Okay, there you have it. You made it to the thumbnail of yesterday's stream. Well, stream 2 days ago. Lasse already in P7. Yep, guy behind is the same from the previous race. He's always taking the off track on the exit here. I forgot to look how many off tracks he had in the previous race. It must have been close, just like me pretty much. He had 8x only, okay. It looked like he went off track a lot more times. How they are set up. How can you set them up non-linear and linear in not the software? Do you mean kind of the strength of what you put in? Like that it gets like progressively harder at some point or what? Ah, okay. I don't think it's, I mean, hard to say really, but I have kind of different, like my initial pedal in the very beginning is very soft. So it is kind of quite easy for me to hold a very low force, like especially now trailing long into the corners, like I'm basically just resting my foot on the pedal without having to put too much force into it. And it just gradually gets harder, basically. But in the beginning of the treble, it's kind of floppy a bit. So it's just very easy for me to have this last 5% holding it for a bit. And then it goes more into kind of a normal pedal feel. I do speak German. Water dive. Man, oh man. But hey, almost a full lap side by side on Suzuka. Okay, a bit of a gap now. Not too much, but maybe it's enough to hold it a bit. Thoughts on the F1 sim racing event? Well, it was quite entertaining to watch again, but I have no idea how they managed to have lag on a LAN event. That's so weird. How do I feel about R1 and the hypercar? I don't know. I think I've heard that the hypercar will get an update still, but probably not much is gonna change. So yeah, it's gonna be just some train driving, because there's absolutely no way you can overtake in these cars. No way. Okay, Lass is soon gonna be here. Well, Abel is doing really good moves, so I gotta give him that. And I just cannot drive behind cars for shit. Push me, Lasse. Yes. Not sure if it's better or worse to have Lasse behind me. Oh. I'm not sure if this was his plan after all. I mean, that would have ended up in a crash if I just didn't lift out of it. Ah. Man, what are these dives? But I mean, I would do the same. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that dive was. Yeah, he didn't even want it to, he was just too late. I just thought he's completely gonna overshoot, so that's why I just stayed back and didn't even try. Well, unfortunate. I guess lucky mistake by Lasse. But we are back at 10.9. What time is it? Okay, I guess I'm gonna do one more fixed. Not sure if I'm gonna do too much today. I kind of want to rest my eye a little bit. Hey Lou. My wheel compared to my shoulders. Oh. So the top of my wheel is basically also the top of my shoulder. Pretty much. And angle, I mean, I can measure it. The angle of my steering wheel is at 11 degrees. Yeah. Bro, everyone wants my graphic settings, so what? Graphic settings, everything on low and off. I finally have to make a clip about it. Okay, so here, display settings. And then we have graphic settings. Just scrolling through it. Probably gonna make a clip out of this later and then just link it every time. I don't know, I think I did, I'm not even sure, I think I did one try on Spa right after the Rennsport event in Munich. It just felt bad, it just, well, it wasn't too bad to be honest. But it's, yeah, I don't know, it will, the good thing is we won't have BOP, but there won't be any fighting, nothing going on, I think. I used to have triples. For iRacing, I always liked them. I mean, triples are great to have. But I don't know, I don't need... At the moment, I'm very happy with my ultrawide. But don't these cars have like... Aren't the front tires powered by the electrical engine or something like that? Any tips for getting better? More driving. The best way to get better at something is just doing more of it. I started with a Logitech Momo force feedback wheel, I think it was called. There are also YouTube videos on my YouTube about, I think probably my second setup that I had with like the Logitech T27. Yeah, that's always what I had feeling of. I didn't drive hypercars on iRacing and also not on LMU, but I drove them on Race Room and Rennsport for a second. And I always felt like that the front axle is getting power by the electrical motor or something like that. Because it just always felt like that the car went straight when going on throttle. Similar to what a TCR would do. I have no idea how the people get the rotation here by carrying more speed. At least increase force feedback to initiate some kind of clipping. That would be one way. Mann, oh Mann. Good afternoon, Cantarino. What do you think about remapping the brake and the clutch on G29? There are tons of controversies online and says to do some, says don't. If you feel like you have a much easier time controlling your brakes through mapping it to the clutch, do it. If not, don't do it. I always just use the normal brake pedal. Ich meine, je smoother du auf der Bremse bist, desto mehr kannst du die Balance von dem Auto einfach schöner bestimmen. Und die Balance vom Auto einfach besser halten. Also im Grunde ja, hat's Vorteile. Pedal haptics, ABS on the brake. Generally, I mean, I haven't properly tried it. But I would say I don't like it too much, since most people put, like, when they feel the ABS and they're like, oh, I don't wanna be braking into the ABS, and then you don't brake enough. And what happens, a lot of people are just way under the limit of what they could actually brake with. I mean, what would make sense, for example, is to have not ABS rumbling or ABS force feedback, but just set a force feedback to the maximum amount of brake pressure you want to try and achieve. So let's say for the hairpin hard braking zone you want to achieve around 70%, then put like a force feedback feeling to the 70% so you know that you do not exceed that. But yeah, I'm not sure how good or bad ABS feeling would be. I would generally think of it as a bad thing to have a feeling about that. Just don't get rotation here, just understeer. Yeah, also use 50%. Some people use less. I think most people use around like 47 or 48, something around that. But I found 50 to be kinda good. Problem is I already had some races where my car just literally bogged down at the start. So I feel like if I put the clutch percentage even lower, then it would do it a lot more often, I guess. But could be wrong about that. And this turn 1, ate it. Was fährst du eigentlich, wenn Pickup eine schlechte Woche, also schlechte Strecke hat? Gar nix. Actually, what are the next weeks looking like in Porsche Cup? I was let go from my job on Friday. It's assigned to become a pro sim racer. I am sorry to hear. That is usually not good news. But now you maybe have a few months of just doing lots of sim racing, I guess. So we have Mexico next week. Not sure about that, if that's good or bad. Man, on the long straight, you can probably overtake and then be overtaken once more. Long Beach, I mean, I like Long Beach, but actually someone gonna be driving that. It's probably very good to do I-rating farming if you actually start on pole the whole time. If you don't, well then it's over. Red Bull Ring is gonna be great. I think Red Bull Ring is gonna be a lot of fun. And then we have Nürburgring. That's gonna be the best week of them all. And after that, I will probably do Rennsport, unfortunately. Five weeks of annual leave saved, plus almost my full 8 weeks of long service leave, which I'll get paid out. That sounds good, at least. He lost 400 rating in 2 days. Well, in Long Beach, the only thing you can get up is your safety rating, and that's about it. So, I'm gonna go to a quick toilet break, actually, to be ready for the next race. Opa! BRB. So, the plan is sim racing and freelancing. Well, sounds like a good plan to me. It's crazy that Rennsport still exists, having literally 0 players, yeah. mean, they don't have 0 players. They have a few players still. How's the eye? I don't know. It's okay, but not great. That's why I think this is gonna be my last race, and then I'm trying to rest my eye. So hopefully it's gonna be mostly fine for Saturday. It's crazy how just a small inconvenience take away all of the fun of driving. No Lasse? He's already done? Oh, we have Heidi as well in this one. Oh man, this is a crazy split actually. The gloves are prototypes from someone who is, I think, still watching, or maybe still watching, I don't know. So he should finally release those gloves. What happened to eye? I don't know. Scratch. Got a scratch in the eye. Very unpleasant. Yeah. I don't know. Last race anyways now. It's gonna be fine. But in tomorrow's video, you can like tomorrow like yesterday I filmed the video for tomorrow. And you can see in the beginning of the video my eye looks mostly fine, but you can see a little bit of it being fucked up. And then you can see just it develop over the video, getting worse and worse. Try to hide it as best as I can, but you can definitely see it a bit. Nope, I'm not home this weekend, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, it's happened last Saturday. It's not healing like I was hoping it would heal faster, but I guess it for sure needs like a week, 2 weeks to heal out. So, let's put it on pole this time around. What is Lasse doing now, by the way? Why is he only doing 2 races? Part-time streamer now. A debate about smurfing. Didn't understand anyways why this week he smurfs, because his pace is good to win every single race pretty much. AD will crash you. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's gonna be as slow as in the NEC race. Okay, let's try and put it on pole as far away as possible from most of other drivers. Man, who puts all the gravel on this road? Annoying. Name of the game? Winner bin. Bruh. Okay, I really need to send it now. They are very quick once again. Lost a 10th, great. And missed the apex. Wonderful. How slow do you want to be? Yes.
Flag, checkered flag.
Bruh. Okay. Oh, really good lap by Jerome. Abel in front again. Man. But he usually has bad starts, so it's my own paint. It's not available publicly. Sad. I thought about actually making it available, but I kind of want to have just a personal skin that only I am driving on track, you know? Not sure if I can maybe do a community skin somehow. Maybe just flip around the colors or so. Or I don't know, maybe someone in chat does liveries and he knows how to make a really cool looking community skin. A viewer of mine made it for the old Porsche Cup. And when the new Porsche Cup came out, I just, put it onto the new template, changed around a few things so it fits to the car. But the base design is from my helmet. And a viewer of mine made it on iRacing at some point with the old Porsche Cup. Und fährst du eigentlich kein GT3 mehr? Ich bin noch nie eigentlich GT3 gefahren, außer, keine Ahnung, in 2017 oder so. Thought about the channel logo more? I haven't thought about it too much yet. Not put too much time and effort into thinking what I want to do with it.
The estimated strength of field is 5,087.
So, we have a battle once more with Abel. Bro, this gravel, holy. Is it ever gonna disappear during this race? Bro, give me grip. I mean, I'm sure after lap 2 the gravel is gonna be gone. If not, more people are driving into the gravel. Yeah, okay, gravel is pretty much gone now. It is gone. Enough people drove over it. Oh, okay, another pile of gravel on the track here. Oppa. Bro, can people drive on the track, please? Someone is putting the gravel all over the place. DTM dates are announced. Is it what, 24th of April or something like that is the first race? Basically always the Thursday before the real DTM races. Why am I the only one being so slow in this corner, not getting any kind of rotation? That's the worst kind of driving I've ever done. At one point I'm gonna figure out where the slowdown is. Okay, lock in. Lock in. Okay, we have locked in. Would you recommend for aluminium rig? I mean, is there anything else you can go for? gold. I mean, you can do that, yeah. Diamond rig as well. Sounds sturdy. How much money they spend on iRacing. I was fortunate enough back at Williams Esports to get $2,000 worth in credits. So yeah, I was lucky enough to get that. I spent all of that. So before that I spent a little on iRacing as well after that, so I would probably guess around $2,500 of this. Yeah, my iRacing account is probably worth that. It's crazy to think about that. Absolutely insane and stupid that you pay so much money for a stupid game. $2,500. I mean, how much have you guys spent on iRacing so far? $500, $700, $150, $200. Oh, very cheap. Around 500. But then you all are pretty new to iRacing, right? Like someone who's doing this since more than 4 years must be like for sure over 1,000. Yeah, $400 in this January, yeah. You have 100% content, holy shit. Who even needs that? Around 1,000. Road only with no subscription. Ah, no subscription, okay. I mean, I'm counting in subscription. Because, I mean, subscription is a huge part of how much you have to pay for iRacing, you know? So, subscription should be a part of it. Wild flex? Wait, who flexed? Who spent the most so far? Unfortunately, I cannot read chat that quickly in the S's. Yeah, it's also true. Any kind of hobby usually is very expensive. But yeah, you not only have the subscription and the content, you also have your rig. which easily adds another few thousands, you know? But I mean, since real-life racing is that expensive, then the virtual hobby of it also has to be expensive. And apparently a lot of people have too much money doing sim racing, because otherwise they wouldn't have Smurfs and all of that. Come on, Abel, catch him and attack. I just can't do much. €100 for iRacing instead of €100 for beer. Well, that sounds like a positive for sure. Good wife you have there. I don't get the same rotation. I'm driving a different car compared to everyone else around me. Come on, Abel. Don't throw away your car. Attack. Ich kenne noch Willi Windschatten, ja. Bist es du? Nee, oder? Willi Windschatten ist eine Legende von DTM Esports. Oder damals noch, wie heißt es, DTM Virtual Championship oder so. Meine Theorie, wer das war? Boah, ich habe echt keine Ahnung. Ich glaube, dass das einfach irgendein... Ja, lustig wäre es, wenn es halt wirklich jemand war, den man kennt, aber ich habe da noch nie irgendwas gehört, dass es irgendjemand wirklich war, den man damals kannte. Mit einem Fake-Account oder so. Es war halt einfach jemand, der sich Willi Windschatten nannte. Always understeering into this corner. Come on, Abel, I want some sense. He's not gonna try, he's just gonna keep his second place, I believe. Yeah, not even a try by him. He's just happy with second. And I'm okay with third, I take it. Not much more I could have done here.
There's the flag. It's over. Nice run.
So what is Lance Stroll doing? His debut in GT3. What's he driving? Good race, guys. Good race. Yeah, everyone has just crazy pace. There's not much you can actually do in these races. I don't know why I had no pace compared to last race. Happens for me oftentimes as well. Like, sometimes pace is there, sometimes it's not. Even Lance has had enough. So, results. I think we just ended up what we have started with today. So we have Jerome. I mean, still quite a long way to go for 10k. But yeah, if you grind over the weekend, you can get there for sure. At least I have a good lap time. +2 for you. Yeah, nice. As long as there's a plus in front of it, it's fine. I had no grip on outside on lap 1. Well, I had no grip in the... I never have grip in the uphill left-hander exiting the S's. He's doing Paul Ricard in what, GT World or what? Suzuka so boring to race on? Well, you must know, Nicholas. Wasn't Suzuka the exciting race? No. You raced... First it was China, then Suzuka, and the last race was... Ah yeah, Bahrain. And Bahrain was crazy. I don't know what you guys did there. I think I only skipped through Suzuka because not much has happened, I believe. Except of Rasmussen throwing away his car, and was it you? I think you did get a penalty for jump start. That was for sure like a game issue, right? Like there's no way you and Rasmussen do a jump start. There's absolutely no way. Oh really? Okay. Okay, I thought because two of you did it, and I think someone else in the back of the grid as well, that it for sure was like a game issue or so. Head loss, unlucky, but you had insane pace. You almost made it work to still have to win after all what happened, you know. But yeah, crazy to see with Rasmussen to have a jump start and then also having like a mistake. Because I've never ever seen a Formula One esports driver do a mistake actually in a race, running too wide or so. But yeah, the only thing that threw me off a little bit was that you guys had a lot of lag there, even though being on a LAN. That was weird, in my opinion. But yeah, how's the F1 game gonna be with 2026 Rex? That's gonna be interesting. Whole DreamHack had lag. Okay, well that's great if you make a gaming convention and then not have great internet. Bro, my safety rating is plummeting. Looking to buy your first GT3 car. I've heard there is no best one, but which do you recommend and why? There are generally best ones. There are some that are performing best on most tracks. But if you're a beginner, just pick whatever car you feel like you will have the most fun with. Doesn't matter too much, really. Aber für die DTM Virtual von so einem Wiki-Beitrag angelegt, falls du ihn kurz angucken magst. Ja, schick mal rein. You couldn't connect earphones with Bluetooth, they would just keep disconnecting every few minutes. I mean, yeah, that's normal on very big conventions like that. I think it was Race Room. We had a Race Room event at I don't know, somewhere where also tons of people were, with Bluetooth steering wheels. And you can imagine how that went. After that, they have never ever used Bluetooth steering wheels again. Wird rausgelöscht. Dann entweder in meinem Discord einfach mal reinschicken oder Discord DM, ja. Yeah, I think you can... The Mustang, I think, is a very good car around most tracks. And I very often also see the Aston being driven quite a lot. I mean, the SimoCube, when you use a SimoCube, you have a Bluetooth steering wheel. Then it's Bluetooth. So. Yep. Let's see. Let's check out DTM Esports, or how it was called back then, DTM Virtual Championship in 2015. Commentators. Oh yeah, true, it was a ton of races. Heinemann, Jack, Davide, Willi Windschatten, yeah, 4th. I finished 11th in this. But I only did... Can you see who did... I only did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 18 races. I know that back then I did my driver's license. I did my driver's license here in the first few weeks. And I was done at around here, I believe. And then I was able to almost do every race. This was the start of my esports career, if you can say so. Who was in here? Pablo, yeah, true. Pablo Lopez did one race at the Norris Ring, I believe, or so. Max, I still know him. Robert, of course. Dirk. Niklas, Andre, Wilhelm Bayrich also. Donin, of course. Kunze. Benze. Jan. Fiducci. Dennis, Klaus, Willi, Davide, Jack and Tim, yeah. The usuals. It's crazy to see those old championship results. 9th, 16th, 8th, 10th, 7th, 6th, 4, 3, 4. So the end of my campaign was pretty good. Do we have more of that? Do we have 2016? Was there even 2016? What? There was also 2014, right? Wait, we can have a quick look. I have a bunch of videos on my YouTube. How many of this grid are still active? Not too many. So active is like, I mean, Tim is still driving a bit, Jack is driving. I think Klaus and Jan are still driving for fun sometimes. Gianmarco is still driving. Benze basically retired, is driving sometimes. Kunze, only a few events. Dorneden, not really anymore. Most of them are basically retired. Wilhelm is a real-life racing driver after Race Room. Robert did all of the esports events on Race Room. But yeah, a lot of people are still driving. What do you do now? Having a normal life, I guess. Having a normal life. Okay, wait, let's check when that was. We can scroll down, down, down. So I streamed these races. You wanna see how young I was? Wait, I don't have webcam. Do I? Ah, here I have webcam. So I streamed some of those races. Look at this guy. Man, what is this quality? 720p. And back then I didn't know how to start. So back then on Race Room, you could literally just go full throttle first gear and the car would drive as soon as it gets green. And I was trying to time the start with my clutch. And everyone obviously went past me. So I was a streamer back then already, in 10 years ago. What else do we have? Oh no, I have to scroll again. I should have opened it in a second tab. Ah yeah, I think the very first thing ever was the DTM Spring Cup. It was also 10 years ago. That was like the first kind of esportish event ever. I also streamed that, but without a webcam. Does my Twitch channel still exist? I don't know, that's probably someone new. That used to be my old Twitch channel. Look, we are doing F1 esports style. Look how I'm steering. Basically the F1 esports flicks. Games iRacing. Look. I think this race was with... Was it? Yeah, it was with real-life drivers as well. Like, you can see Bruno Spengler. I think there were a lot of real-life drivers here as well. Like, back then, in Race Room, there were a lot of real-life drivers driving quite a lot. Look at the menu still from back then in Race Room. Holy... Yeah, do we have a full list somewhere of all the drivers? But yeah, I wasn't good back then. I was learning. I mean, I was like 16 years old. Because Race Room has never had multiplayer. Okay, what else do we have? Ah, here, look. That was 11 years ago, and you just, on Race Room, randomly had Timo Glock in the race. And in qualifying, he was actually first. So we had a race against Timo Glock here. Literally just randomly in a random online lobby. Question though is if it was actually him. Because I'm not sure how invested Timo would be in sim racing. Could have very much been just some, you know, marketing of someone else driving under his account. But yeah, all these real-life drivers, they had like proper accounts. The Formula 1 driver, yeah. Ja, die Impact-Jungs, ja, sind alle noch da krank. Auch Dorniden. Dorniden hat so ein Potenzial, ey. Der müsste eigentlich mal wieder mehr draus machen. And then we had... Ah yeah, we also have Daniel Juncadea. Like, you could just randomly find those drivers driving online. And I mean, this competition, the Spring Cup was crazy because... Ah no, it wasn't the Spring Cup, it was... the Winter Cup. Because in the Winter Cup... Oh look, Euronics intro. But the top 3 were on the podium of the real-life race. So we then all traveled to the Hockenheim Ring. And it was like... It was like 2016, like... 3 sim racers were crowned champion on like the real life podium right after the DTM race, the real one. How good was the game back then? Bro, the game was the best. I absolutely loved Race Room back then. I never stopped loving Race Room, it's still the best game. And then we started iRacing. My very first iRacing race. You wait, you can't see. And look at this guy. This was my very first iRacing GT3 race that I ever did. And I changed tire in this race or so, I think. So I lost everything. Yeah, iRacing sound has never changed really. It's pretty much one-on-one, yeah. It still pretty much looks like that, the whole game. Off. Oh, man, I closed the tab. What else do we have? Good old times, yeah. Good old times. Yeah, at some point my rig looked like this. So I had my triple screen here on a desk. I had Heusinkveld pedals and still my G27 steering wheel. The G20, I mean the G27, that's, I don't know how old it is, but of course it's discontinued. Yeah, I used the shifter to look back, yeah. But yeah, then it was a mix of doing race room a lot of times and some iRacing. GTEs back then. Who do we have in here? Kai Kaschube, Salvatalens, David Nowakowski, Gianni Vecchio. I mean, that wasn't too long ago. Well, whoa, 7 years, okay, that was long ago. Doesn't feel that long ago. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, back then, 6K was very high iRating. Like, you rarely saw someone with like 8K or 9K even. Like 6K was pro level. 6, 7K was pro level there. Here you have Kai with 8.7K, and I think Kai back then was literally in the top 5 of iRating. Yo, Josh. What's up? I mean, with Johan Hart here also in the... What was it? HPD, I guess? Spotter going crazy. Why did I switch to iRacing? I never switched to iRacing actually. I did all the race room stuff, then I started doing a bit of iRacing, was in the World Championship, and then I always went like back to race room here again. A lot of race room, a little bit of iRacing again, then back on race room for most of my time. So it's literally just switching back and forth all the time. But yeah, most of my time I've spent on race room rather than iRacing. I really only came back to iRacing, yeah, here 3 years ago. Did a lot of iRacing, and then nothing for 3 years, and now I'm back on iRacing. But yeah, back then I just always wanted to do iRacing and wanted to be in those world championships, because back then, I don't know, back then it was a huge thing to be in a world championship, you know? Nowadays it just doesn't exist anymore, really. In 2020, I think it was after the Porsche Esports Super Cup, probably in 2019, end of 2019. 2019 must have been peak iRacing. That was when the first Porsche Esports Super Cup was announced, basically. Which I did, and which was horrible. But yeah, I don't have any videos of that. My ACC vacation, yeah. Yeah, nothing else really to look at too much anymore. Just a young me doing races in race room. In my first own apartment, actually. Ah, look, even Stefanko was driving here. I think afterwards he went into F1 esports for a year or two. But yeah, that's it. That's about it. This was peak Porsche Cup, in my opinion. That Porsche Cup was peak. Razer Williams car, yeah. But I think I was driving only one race or so. I think you guys did the most races. That was also the best skin ever. Core Motorsports. I also like the old Williams livery. Like my Ben Q Porsche, that was the greatest. Like the purple and the blue, my god. Do I have outside view of that? No. But that was a grind. Sim Racing Expo was a grind. The black one was also good. I also like the silver one of, I think Moreno was driving it. Nee, alles gut. Ich habe leider über die Zeit wenig Gefallen gefunden an einfach nur irgendwelche random Rennen zu fahren. Yeah, that's it. That was good old times. This is already way too recent. All of this is way too recent. But yeah, this was the Bathurst 12-hour race that I did with Lauren, I think. Lauren Heinrich. Was it the one? I'm pretty sure it was that one. Yeah. Yeah, back then when it was multi-class. Look at my driving, bro. You cannot be driving like that anymore nowadays. The tires back then were so good. You can literally just send it without having to look after your tires. Just turn into the corner and the car turns. You don't have to do any stupid shit. It's also not just randomly sliding out. Yeah, those were peak times. Looks better than current version, so much better. Looks so much better. That looks like actually fun driving, you know? Maybe a bit aggressive on the steering, but that's... Yeah. GTE was the best also, yeah. GTE and Porsche Cup. So, it is time though now. Time for some food. So, who is streaming? Let's have a look. Pablo is doing Le Mans Ultimate. Johan is streaming. Doing Hockenheim. Man, Johan, please get rid of your overlay. Let's go Pablo raid. I also want to watch some LMU. So, short stream today, but it was good fun. We actually achieved 11k follows on Twitch. Nice. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, more tomorrow at 3 p.m. Tomorrow 3 p.m. YouTube video. And yeah, then I'm hopefully gonna be back on Tuesday if I still can move my legs after the Backyard Ultra on Saturday. So yeah, thank you all and see you next week.